Hi everyone, Danielle here from the Science Fair program. I'm reaching out because we had our very first ISEF meeting this week, and a number of students weren't able to make it because they were sick or they were attending other club meetings. And so I wanted to give you a recap of what you missed out on and make sure that you have all the information that you need. I'm posting this today on September 16th. I've had the Wilsonville meeting on Monday. We had the Westland meeting today on Tuesday. The Riverside meeting will be coming up on Friday. So you students at Riverside, you can look out for me on Friday during lunch in the Student Center, okay? So the first point of business for the Science Fair program this year is, unfortunately, ISEF was impacted by the budget cuts in the spring. Our wonderful ISEF coordinator, Tiffany Stevens, is not going to be joining the team this year. Don't worry, she's doing wonderful. She's off being an industrial engineer again. She's doing well, and she sends her regards to everyone. But I'm going to be the only adult serving you this year. And that means things are going to look a little different if you have experience with the ISEF program. And I hope that you'll be patient with us on this journey. One of the modifications that we've made to be more efficient is having this first ISEF meeting be for the whole group. Normally, or from here on out, all of your ISEF meetings will take place during your science class. They will either be one-on-one meetings or they will be small group meetings, and they will happen during science class. I will tell you more about what it looks like, how to get a meeting time and where to find that in a minute here, but these are the updates for the program this year. Another new update for our program is that we now have a student leadership team at each campus. Here you'll see the Wilsonville leaders, the Riverside leaders, and over here are the Westland leaders. Students have been coming to me for years asking for ways to be a better leader in the ISEF program, and we finally responded. We have 4 different types of positions, and I'll let you look at the rosters here to determine who are the leaders at your school. But the first position that I want to draw attention to is the community event coordinator. These students at your school are going to be responsible for putting on monthly events that will build community in the Science Fair program. The next position is the online forum manager. These individuals are building an online platform where you'll be able to post questions, comments, content about projects, etc., in order to get some online support. The next position is a weekly work time captain. At each school, there are going to be work hours, similar to a homework club or a tutoring center, where you can come and get ISEF advice from other students. The captains at your school are the ones who are building the schedule, and then that work time is staffed by the work time mentors. These individuals are experienced ISEF students who will come and help you work on your project. They can talk about reading, writing, poster design, competition, anything that you need to discuss. I'm still accepting positions for Riverside High School. I just want to mention that. But otherwise, I'm really excited to work with this great bunch of students. All right, so during this first meeting, you will receive 3 hard copy items. If you are watching this recap video, please go to the ISEF office at your school and get these 3 items so that you can have them in hard copy as well. The first item is an agenda for this meeting. The second item is a permission slip. And the third item is a hard copy of the guidebook. Let's talk about the agenda. The agenda for every meeting is set and emailed out in advance. How do you get the best information about what's coming that week? Please use Google Classroom. You will hear from me every single Sunday about what's coming up that next week. This is also where I'll post the weekly schedule for meeting times. I mentioned that you will have a meeting during your science class. Use that schedule to confirm with your teacher that it is okay for you to go to science class. Science teachers and I have an agreement that I'm allowed to pull you out of science briefly for this meeting. However, if you don't have a science class or your science class period was very full of students, I may be pulling you out of life class. Check the schedule to see when you are scheduled and communicate with me over email if you see any conflicts. The next point of interest from the agenda was the 1B permission slip. This must be turned in before September 22nd. Otherwise, you could be disqualified from the program. The only part you need to fill out is this section right here where it says student's printed name, signature, and date. Also, your parent guardian's name, signature, and date. You may leave the rest of the form blank. Please turn this in to the turn-in box outside the ISEF office at your school in order to continue on to competition. In case you didn't know, at Westland, the ISEF office is located in the library, and at Wilsonville, the ISEF office is located outside of room 104. The next thing that you got in hard copy is called the guidebook. This is a workbook that is available both in hard copy or digitally in the Google Classroom. Pick one and use it every single week. The guidebook starts with these 2 pages here. This is a place where you can put your contact information if the book gets lost. And this is a list of all of the things that we are going to do between now and the science fair. Additionally, on the facing page is a whole calendar for the school year. I know it can look like a lot right now, but if you stay on track with our small weekly assignments, we'll be sure to have you a fantastic, competitive, manageable science fair project experience. To that end, before I see you next week for your first one-on-one or small group meeting, I need you to do assignment number 1. Every week there is an assignment due. Follow along with them to stay on track with project completion. Assignment number 1 asks you to reflect on your schedule this school year, thinking about what you have going on this week, this month, and this semester. Additionally, this assignment also covers topics that you might be interested in. Please complete the assignment before you come to the ISEF office next week. I'm looking forward to talking to you all about the time that you have to work with and the projects that you might like to do. I'm very much excited about the year ahead. Thank you for watching this recap video, and I hope it was helpful. Otherwise, looking forward to talking to you all next week. Thanks.